Hello again, my lovelies. It has been quite some time. Um, one of the reasons I didn't record was because I might have had surgery in between this video and the last and have been recovering from that. Though I am almost completely healed up at this point, and the plan is that I get more motivation for recording again soon, hopefully. Especially with us almost reaching the 3,000 subscriber mark. And if you haven't subscribed yet and enjoy my content, why don't you click that little red button below the video to be what is it called? To be shown every time I upload something new, and maybe even get cat bloopers. In addition, in the comments, please leave your suggestion on what to do for the 3,000 subscriber special, and when that is reached, I shall do what you want. And without further ado, why don't we go into the next chapter of Grover causes a very odd family reunion, written by Avesrinapproved. Chapter 3. Apparently, Cyclopses can't resist Percy's charm. The next week goes by in a flash of monster attacks, Percy and Annabeth arriving right in the middle of one. "Hey, Grover!" Percy calls as he helps an injured camper to the big house, still smoking himself, his clothes singed in multiple places. "Percy!" Grover yells as he runs over, taking the injured camper from him before looking over Percy's burns. "Really, Percy?" He hopes Percy doesn't make a habit of almost dying every time he arrives at camp. He can barely handle the stress of his best friend as it is. Percy smiles. "I'm all good," he reassures. "Tyson helped me before they turned me into barbecue." He gestures to a cyclops that's following a few feet behind him, stars in his eyes as he looks around at everything. "I smashed the bad cow!" Tyson shares, looking down at Grover. "Oh, that's nice, buddy." Grover nods, giving Percy a questioning look. "So, were you going to tell me you had two Cyclops siblings you've been talking to?" "Hey, I just found out about Tyson," Percy informs as he helps Grover get the kid on a bed in the infirmary. "And I had no clue about the other till you called." "You just found out? He's huge!" Grover waves his arms in an exaggerated manner. "What are you talking about?" Annabeth asks. "What do you mean, two?" "Look, I just thought he was tall," Percy argues. "What do you mean, two?" Annabeth asks louder. "You didn't tell her?" Grover asks, getting Percy some nectar to drink. "I haven't had the time," Percy admits. Grover sighs. "On my search to Pan, I came across a Cyclops island. He smelled Percy on me and got all excited. He wanted me to call him, and he wants Percy to visit." "Another Cyclops wants to visit with Percy?" Tyson asks slowly. Yeah, he sent me home with a bunch of stuff too. All things he's been saving for Percy for a really long time. Probably since Odysseus visited." "That's really cool." Percy smiles. "Is my cabin just like decked out with an awesome stuff now?" "Yeah, and he's got more for when you visit," Grover shares. But Percy's not. But Percy's not going to. Right, Percy? Percy, that's way too dangerous. Yeah, about that. Grover rubs the back of his head. We should talk to Kieran. Grover leads them both to his office. Kieran looks up. Ah, Percy! Annabeth! He moves to look at them. Seems you've already seen Cam's predicament, he says as he spots the scorches on Percy's shirt and the cup of nectar still in his hand. "Y- Yeah, that girl becoming a dead tree, and soon everyone else will be joining her." Percy summarizes. Not good. Kieran sighs and nods. Grover has found the location of the Golden Fleece, which could very well be a cure for Talia's poisoned tree. However, it would require you to go into the Sea of Monsters and convince Polyphemus to give it up. The Sea of Monsters? But Kieran, that's too dangerous! And what if Polyphemus just kills Percy? Annabeth protests. I'm afraid there is no other option that I can think of. And out of the Cyclopses to visit, Polyphemus is one of the better ones. He has a good record of sparing his demigod siblings and their companions. Kieran reassures her. He let me live? Grover agrees. That doesn't mean he will again. That it wasn't just some sort of trick that. Kieran rests a hand on her shoulder. Annabeth, I know you do not trust Cyclopses, and you have a good reason not to. But Percy has the best chance at getting the fleece. Yeah, plus, when I talked to him, he seemed genuinely excited to meet me, and I wouldn't mind meeting more of my family. Percy says, You sound crazy! You know that? Annabeth accuses. You don't have to come if you don't want to. I just need Grover to show me back, really, Percy offers her. No, I'm coming! Annabeth argues. Me too! Tyson says. I want to meet nice Cyclops brother. That settles it, Percy nods. When do we leave? As soon as I can arrange a boat for you, Kieran informs. Right, thank you, sir. Grover says, thankful he won't have to borrow another one. So, how will we get to Polyphemus Island? Percy asks. Isn't Sea of Monsters really hard to navigate? Your father will help you with that, Percy. With two of his sons calling on him, there is no doubt he will guide you there. Kieran informs. It's a few days before Kieran finds them a boat to rent. Percy and Annabeth and Tyson all meet Grover there, Annabeth positioning herself as far away from Tyson as possible as he helps load their stuff into the boat, smiling away. Percy seems much more relaxed standing at the bow of the ship and looking out over the water, wearing some new armor from Polyphemus' stash. Are you ready to go? Grover asks him. Yeah. Percy nods and goes to the edge of the ship, looking out at the water. Um, Father? He asks awkwardly. Could you help guide my boat to Polyphemus Island? The water ripples a bit in response, but Percy doesn't seem very assured. All right, let's go, he says, making his way to the captain's chair and steering them out to the sea with surprising ease for someone who's never driven a boat before. Percy fiddles with the controls, then tugs on the edge of his new golden armor. Nervous? Grover asks. A little. I've never sailed a boat before, or been to the Sea of Monsters. I didn't even know Tyson was a Cyclops before Annabeth told me. And now we're sailing to find another brother I had no clue about, and maybe stealing from him. And it's all very weird, Percy admits. Grover nods softly, moving closer. Well, you're doing a pretty awesome job at sailing. He smiles. Thanks, man. Yeah, that was chapter 3. I hope you enjoyed. And as we're steadily crawling closer to 3,000 subscribers, who would have thought just 4 years ago now that we'd get this far? You can help by clicking that little red button below the video. Without further ado, why don't I let you go listen to the rest of the story as there's only one chapter left. Don't forget to take a break every so often, get some hydration, get some sustenance. I don't really care as long as the main content of what you're drinking is water. Yes, coffee is included, energy drinks are not. Alright, with that, I'll see you next time, my lovelies. Ta-ta!